Let us continue with the topic. Now observe this question. Which of the following possess the greatest amount of free energy, it seems? Now we have discussed in detail regarding ecological pyramids and what is the crux of that. Upon moving into each trophic level, only 10% of the energy will be moved into the next level, and that is called your Lindman's law, 10% law. Now according to that, the first trophic level will contain greatest amount of free energy. Now what is that first trophic level? Which is nothing but your producers, right? Now see here, I will draw the pyramid also. So focus on the base. Now this is first trophic level which contains greatest amount of energy, right? Producers. Done. Next question. Which is not recycled in an ecosystem, it seems? Is it nitrogen, energy, water, or carbon? Which of these is not recycled? Now see here, energy is not recycled in an ecosystem. Now see here, in gaseous cycles and sedimentary cycles, we have observed this nitrogen coming to the earth and also again regaining into the atmosphere, nitrates breaking down into nitrogen and again going into the atmosphere. Water by precipitation comes onto the earth and by evaporation again goes into the atmosphere. Carbon, right, by combustion of fossil fuels, carbon will move into the atmosphere, and formation of carbon on the earth. Now, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, right? So 39, I mean sorry, which is not recycled in an ecosystem means energy. Done. Let us go into the next one. Which of the following statements is correct? Niche is a habitat where organisms live. The first one. Niche includes the behavioral characteristics of organisms. Now, which of the following statements are correct? Both are correct, right? Now see here, niche is a habitat where organisms live is perfectly correct. Niche includes the behavioral characteristics of organisms is also perfectly correct. So your answer is both are correct. Now this is the basic definition, right? Already we have discussed in ecology topic about ecological niche. Now what is ecological niche? Now ecological niche is a web of relationship of members of flora and fauna in a given environment, right? This is the exact definition. I'll write down the definition, right? Now niche refers to web of relationship, web of, most of you will get confused here, right? That's why I'm writing the definition also. Web of relationship of members of flora and fauna, biotic factors, right? Flora and fauna in given environment is called ecological niche. We have discussed in detail regarding this in ecology topic, right? Focus on this. Niche is a habitat where organisms live, perfectly correct. Niche includes the behavioral characteristics. The relationship itself shows that it is behavioral characteristics, right? Now done. Let us go to the next one. Which of the following is correct concept of competitive exclusion, it seems? Now what is this competitive exclusion? The first one, two species cannot share the same niche in same habitat. Is it correct? Yes, it is perfectly correct. Now this is the concept of competitive exclusion, right? Competitive exclusion means, see your basic Darwinian theory, right? Survival of the fittest. Now this niche is habituated by one species and which cannot be shared by others. Am I right or no? Siberian birds, can they live in Thar desert? No. Their nature is to live, I mean they are existed, I mean they are habituated to live in a place where in cold temperatures, not in hot temperatures, right? Done. Two species cannot share the same niche in same habitat is perfectly correct. Now next, two species cannot coexist in same habitat. Yes, they can coexist. Is it correct? No, it's wrong. Two species cannot coexist in same habitat is wrong. Intraspecific competition results in best adapted individual. No. Competition is positive interaction. No. Is it competition is a positive interaction? No, it's a blunder, right? It's exactly opposite. Done. Next, biomagnification refers to, now see here, we have discussed this in detail regarding this in ecology topic itself. Now what is this we have discussed about bioamplification, bioconcentration, biomagnification, and also eutrophication. Now what is this biomagnification? Local consumption of crops in, no, is it? No, it's perfectly wrong, right? Now next one, slash and burn forest clearing. No, this is not biomagnification, right? Tendency of a compound to accumulate in an organism tissue. No, it is bioaccumulation. Now T, tendency of chemicals to increasingly concentrate at successive higher trophic level in a food chain. Now this is called biomagnification. This is the exact definition of biomagnification. Tendency of chemicals to increasingly concentrate at successive higher trophic level in a food chain. This is what we have discussed in Minimata disease, that we have discussed many cases of biomagnification, right? DDT, diclofenac, right? Diclofenac, meat consumed by vultures, right? Now see here, this year IAS examination 2019, we got a question on biomagnification. Minimata disease occurs due to biomagnification of mercury poisoning, right? Observe the question. Next one, species experiencing extremely high risk of extinction in immediate future is called. Now see here, we have discussed this in detail in red data list about all these different types of species. Now see here, as I said earlier, I have discussed in detail in biodiversity topic. You have to be very clear on these definitions. Now what is the answer of this? Species experiencing high risk extinction in immediate future are called endangered species, right? EN, right? EN, code is EN. Exact definition, right? Next one, choose the incorrect statement, it seems. Now what is the incorrect statement here? Western Ghats is one of the hotspot in India. Yes, it is a biodiversity hotspot. We have discussed in detail regarding this Western Ghats about Madhavan Nair and Gadgil committee reports, how these Western Ghats are divided into different eco-sensitive zones 1, 2 and 3. Yep. Now next one, Earth Summit held in 1992 Rio de Janeiro to prevent ozone depletion at stratosphere. Is it correct? No, it is not correct. Your B, Earth Summit, right? This is incorrect statement. Now what is the correct statement? Earth Summit held in 1992 in Rio de Janeiro, right? It discussed about biodiversity. This is what the first video of biodiversity is, explains you, right? It helps you to know, I mean to create awareness on sustainable development. It's not ozone depletion. Sustainable development. Now this is the core concept of Earth Summit held in Rio de Janeiro. Focus on the questions, right? We have discussed this, right? Next one, the Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve is the first biosphere reserve in India. Yes, it is perfectly correct. This is the first biosphere that was identified in India. Next point, the Eastern Himalayas is one of the hotspot in India. Yes, Eastern Himalayas is one of the biodiversity hotspot. Perfectly correct. So your wrong answer is B, and we have corrected the statement also. Check the things. 45. Which of the following is not a feature of shifting cultivation, it seems? Now see here, in order to avoid soil pollution, we have discussed the shifting cultivation method in detail in environmental degradation. Now focus on this. Now what are the options which is not a feature, it seems? Now regular pesticide application, is it correct? No. Yes, it is not a feature. Sorry, you are asked to find out not a feature, na? Yes, regular pesticide application is not a feature of shifting cultivation. This is perfectly correct. Local consumption of crops, yes, it is correct. Relatively small fields, yes, it is correct. And slash and burn forest clearing is also a feature of shifting cultivation, means moving to next crop. Oh no, this is not a feature. Done. Got the thing. Next one, denitrification, nitrates to N2 is the process. Now see here, we have discussed in detail regarding this denitrification process in nitrogen cycle, right? Go through that concept very well and you can answer this question very easily, right? Now what is this? Performed by virus such as Pseudomonas species is bluntly wrong. Now denitrification is performed by bacterial species such as Pseudomonas and Clostridium in an anaerobic condition is perfectly correct, right? Now performed under aerobic conditions, no, wrong. Performed by viruses such as Pseudomonas under aerobic conditions, no, wrong. Denitrification is performed by bacterial species, right, such as Pseudomonas and Clostridium in anaerobic condition is the correct answer of this. Done. Now parasites are, what are the options? Host specific, yes, they are host specific, right? Now see here, your your typhoid disease, right? So malaria, Plasmodium vivax, right? These are the parasites, right? Now next one, they are host specific. B, able to live on host, yes, it is perfectly correct. Now able to live inside host, endoparasites, bacteria and gut of humans, yes, they can live. Now your all the options satisfy. Now see here, we have discussed in detail regarding this parasitism, communalism, symbiotic relationships in ecology topic. Go through that concept before coming to this question. Now, basis to recognize biodiversity hotspots are, now what are the basis? It seems their proximity to natural parks and reserves, no. See here, community reserves and conservation reserves are the points to recognize as their proximity to natural parks and reserves, but not biodiversity hotspots, right? Next one, degree to which species are threatened with extinction, yes, perfectly right, B is perfectly right. Number of endemic species, yes, C is also perfectly right. So your answer is both B and C. Endemic means locally found. Endemic means locally found. They are specific to that area. Done. Next, let's move on to the next one. Environment consists of, now we have discussed in detail regarding this, right? Troposphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere and biosphere, all these consist of environment, right? This is what we have discussed, right? It's a interaction of atmosphere, lithosphere and biosphere. It's an interaction of atmosphere, biosphere, lithosphere. No, atmosphere plus hydrosphere, sorry. Right, now see, I will erase this. Atmosphere plus hydrosphere plus lithosphere, interaction of these three will be biosphere, and all this will be contained in the environment. So your answer will be 40. By environment consists of all the four, right? C option. Done. Next one. The zone of junction between two or more diverse systems is, right? I think you can answer it very easily. Ecotone, right? Now ecotone is also called as zone of tension, right? Already we have discussed this in detail. Right? Ecotone is also called as zone of tension. I'll write it, where you can find rich diversity than those both ecosystems. This is what the characteristics of ecotone, right? Done. Now let us move on to the next one. Next one, the major difference between various aquatic ecosystems is due to. Now this is a simple question, right? What is the difference? Salinity, yes. The percentage of salt in the water is a major difference between aquatic ecosystems, correct? Depth of sunlight penetration is also perfectly correct, right? Dysphotic zone, aphotic zone, euphotic zone, we have discussed this, right? Level of dissolved nutrients, yes, perfectly correct. In shallow waters you can find more nutrients, right? So your answer is all the above. Done. Next one, consider the following statements. Abiotic factors are the most important determinants of where and how well an organisms exist. Yes, this is the perfect statement. Ecosystem consists of both biotic and abiotic factors. Yes, it is perfectly correct. Now what is the question asked? Choose the incorrect answer, it seems, right? Now what is incorrect? Both are correct, so your answer is D, none of these. Done. Next one, which of the given wetlands is the world's largest wetland system? Now this is a general question where you have to mug up this, right? Now which one is this? Your Pantanal in South America is the largest wetland ecosystem. Now see here, these wetlands are all noted in Ramsar list. Ramsar list of wetlands. Now this is a general question, right? Soil nitrates are transformed into free nitrogen through free nitrogen. Now see here, nitration means forming of nitrates. Now what's happening here? It is forming of free nitrogen, means denitrification, right? So now your A and C options, what this exactly says? Nitrification. Nitrification is formation of nitrates. Now your B option says denitrifying, means Formation of free nitrogen. Focus on the questions, right? Free nitrogens. Right, now this is your answer. Done. Next one. Right, now focus, this is very important one. The pyramid of biomass can be both straight and inverted of the given options. In which ecosystem is it inverted in shape? Now in the first question itself we have discussed about this pyramid of biomass. Now what is biomass? Now this is the amount of living material in an organism which will be calculated by dry weight, right? I will write the complete definition here. Amount of living material, amount of living material. Now you will call it as dry weight in an organism is called biomass. Now except pyramids of energy, the pyramid of numbers, and in biomass you can observe inverted ecosystems, right? Now where can you observe this inverted ecosystem? In pond ecosystem you can observe inverted pyramids of biomass, right? Now see here how, why it is. Now why it is? In aquatic ecosystems the producers are very small organisms with least biomass, right? With least biomass. Now I'll draw the diagram also. The producers are very small organisms with least biomass. Right, and this biomass will be gradually increasing, that these will be eaten by larger organisms, these will be eaten by larger organisms, and you see here your biomass will be increasing in pond ecosystem. So automatically your aquatic ecosystems will have inverted pyramid regarding biomass. So your option is first one, right? Got the point? Yes. Now next one, the number of which among the following would be maximum in a food chain, it seems. Now which number would be of maximum in the food chain? Now observe here, producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, and decomposers, it seems. Now before going to the option, now let us discuss again regarding this food chain. Now transfer of food will be taken place from plants which are producers and through different trophic levels, and these are eaten by different organisms in a food chain, right? Now see here, this food chain will consist of producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, and decomposers. Right, now see here, the movement will be this. Now the secondary consumers will be taken by decomposers. Am I right? The dead corpusces, dead organic matter will be broken down by decomposers. Now this decomposers will be at the final trophic level, right? So automatically the number of which among the following would be maximum in a food chain? Decomposers will be maximum in the food chain. Now, this is perfectly correct. Done. Now examples of the bacteria, all the things are right. Decomposers will be maximum. Next, with respect to the below statements, choose the incorrect statement, it seems. Secondary succession is slower than primary succession. First statement. Succession would be faster in area existing in middle of large continents, it seems. Now first, before that, let us go to the concept. I will brush the concept here. Now secondary succession is faster than primary succession, right? Because why? Because secondary succession starts at on a well developed site. Now see here, primary succession starts at a dead place, but secondary succession starts at a very developed site. Very developed site. So automatically secondary succession will be more than in primary succession is correct one. Now your first statement is perfectly wrong. It is not slower, it is faster. Now this you have to write down. This is the correct statement. Next, succession would be faster in area existing in middle of the large continents. Yes, because see here, middle of the large continents means it contains wide varied of species and very developed site, right? All the seeds, all the plants of variety of communities will very well established in the middle of the continent. So your second statement is perfectly correct. Done. So choose the incorrect statement. Only first one is wrong, right? Done. So let us go to the next one. The limiting factor of terrestrial ecosystems is, now what is the limiting factor? Temperature, moisture, nutrients and oxygen, it seems. Now what is the limiting factor here? Means which will be thresholded, which will be the existing factor which dominates the terrestrial ecosystem. Automatically terrestrial means earth, right? What dominates in terrestrial ecosystem? Easy options: temperature, moisture. Now these two will be in aquatic ecosystems, right? Now what's your correct option there? Your first one, 1 and 2, right? See here, focus on the questions. Each and everything we have discussed in detail in the videos, right? Which of the following causes eutrophication, it seems. Now which of the following causes? Automatically see here, your sedimentary cycles. Now the remaining are all gaseous. Eutrophication means excessive nutrients flowing down in the water in the form of sediment. So automatically these two are the causes of eutrophication. Got the point? Yes. The remaining are all a combination of gaseous and sedimentary. Both these are responsible, right? Now the causes of algal blooms are, very easy question. Now see here, eutrophication concept is nothing but increase of algal blooms, because excessive nutrients will be flowing down into the aquatic ecosystems. Now due to excessive nutrients, these algal blooms will grow, and due to this algal blooms growth, your dissolved oxygen content will be decreased in the water bodies, right? Now why this algal blooms increase? Nutrient enrichment, am I right? Or again, is it due to warm waters? Yes, warm waters, because your temperature will be increased, right? So your option is both. Done. Focus on the questions. Next one, pyramids of energy is always upright. Now see here, these type of assertion and reasoning questions we have observed 5 to 6 questions this year, right? Focus on this. Pyramids of energy is always upright, it seems. Yes, this is what we discussed in the first question itself. Except biomass and pyramid of numbers, your pyramids of energy will always be upright. Lindman-Stern law. Law of thermodynamics gives law of conservation of energy. Yes, perfectly correct, right? Perfectly, both statements are correct. Now these are assertion and reasoning, it seems. Now both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Yes, perfectly correct. See here, now this is what you will be explained by Lindman's law. Now go through the video clearly, right? So your answer is perfectly correct. Next one, assertion and reasoning question, one more one. The boreal forest soils are characterized by thin podozols and are rather poor. Yes, correct, perfect, correct. This is what the characteristics of boreal soils. Now the litter derived from conifer needle is decomposed very slowly and is not rich in nutrients. Yes, it is also perfectly correct. Now your answer is both A and R are true, and R is correct explanation of A. Yes, see here, boreal forest soil, there will be little vegetation due to not rich in nutrients. So that's why they are rather poor, characterized by rather poor soils. Now this is the correct explanation of the given statement. So your answer is perfectly correct. Next one. Choose the incorrect definition, it seems. Temperature, degree of hotness and coldness. Yes, perfectly correct. Estuary, transition area between river and sea. Perfectly correct. Ecology, relationship between organism and their environment is perfectly correct. Niche is a habitat or a place to live, it seems. Is it correct? Now this is the wrong definition. Now what is niche? Ecological niche refers to the web of relationships. I'm writing again, right? Web of relationships of members of flora and fauna. Flora and fauna in a given environment. In a given environment. Now this is the perfect explanation. Right, now this is the definition of ecological niche. Done. Now your last statement is wrong. Thank you.